Joining us today from New Orleans is Senator Bill Cassidy. And, sir, I know you've got a busy week ahead of you, including tomorrow you'll be stopping off in Lafayette for a town hall meeting, right?
Hey, Ken, yes, absolutely. We're going to have a town hall meeting tomorrow at 200 East of All Court Street. That's the Cecil J. Picard Center for Child Development at 2 p.m., or maybe 2:30 p.m. I'm sorry, 2:30 p.m. And just hope to see folks. Just my chance to talk to folks, see what's concerning them, and hopefully represent the views of the people of Louisiana.
Senator Cassidy joining us here. As always, we appreciate you being on. What are some issues that you're hearing as you're out there or people calling your office? Clearly, this week, the president's gun initiative has got to be high on the list. So what are some things that you're hearing from constituents?
Clearly the gun initiative. Everyone is concerned that the president is going to overreach. Foreign policy continues to be front and center. Folks do not have confidence that the president knows what he's doing when it comes to ISIS or to refugee crisis. The economy. The president likes to brag about how well the economy's done. We have a telephone town hall. A fellow from Bogalusa gets on and says, listen, I work on a rig and I'm being laid off. So we continue to have to worry about that. And there's different things we're working on. Mental health. My gosh, Lafayette knows the issue of mental health. So that's one thing I'm personally working on. And whenever I raise that in a town hall meeting, there's always those there who are affected and who wish to talk about it. We're trying to use the federal dollars spent on treating mental health more efficiently, more effectively, trying to avoid that which happened in the movie theater in Lafayette by addressing the mental health needs of those at an earlier stage.
When you bring up mental health issues, I have to think about reconciliation in Washington. Is that going to be a means to defund Obamacare?
Well, it's passed, but the president will veto it.
Yeah.
But it's certainly establishing that it continues to be an issue. The premium costs are going up so dramatically. And a lot of what Obamacare put in place that theoretically was going to lower premiums has not worked. The drug costs are going out the wazoo. So we're going to have to do something differently. The president won't admit it, but even Hillary Clinton does. So the next president, whoever he or she is, if it's a Republican, will go to something, I think, where the patient will have more of the power. If it's Hillary, will go to something more closely aligned with single payer or such like that. But something's got to break because Obamacare is not working.
Well, one of the things that we've been concerned about, we've raised this issue on the show. In fact, I was recently doing a workshop with leaders from all across the Delta, and when the issue of health disparity came up, someone brought up the issue of mental health issues as it relates to job development, community development. 1 in 5 Americans actually will experience some type of mental health issue over the course of the next year, 1 in 5, which means roughly 44 million people. So this is an issue, though, obviously important, but for a long time there's been a stigma attached to it, a lack of a lobbying effort. So I'm real glad that, Senator Cassidy, that you're taking this issue up because it's clearly one that not only for Louisiana but something needed nationwide.
I'm old enough to remember people wouldn't tell others that they had cancer. There was a stigma associated with cancer. I like to tell folks now you're sitting at the dinner table and someone brings up their rectal cancer.
Yeah, right.
We've become far more comfortable with talking about things, even things which you're thinking, oh, heck, this is dinner time. So that being the case, we're now with mental health where we used to be with cancer. And we do know that you can intervene in somebody after they have a mental health issue and bring them back to wholeness so that their life continues onward. And although they'll have to be on medication, they'll have the same sort of life that everyone else will.
Right.
Now, that's the promise, but you begin by getting rid of the stigma. You keep on working at it. We're putting the mental health dollars, the research dollars, and the treatment dollars there. And you get to where now it becomes something you live with that doesn't dominate your life.
Senator Bill Cassidy has been our guest today. I know tomorrow you will be in Lafayette, 2:30 to 3:30 at the Duval Court Center, on Duval Court Street, rather, at the Cecil Picard Center, and that's right behind the Daily Advertiser, right off of Bertrand. So get out there and ask questions with Senator Cassidy. He'll be there 2:30 till 3:30 tomorrow.